Supreme Court Gardens in Perth, WA, to talk about the Mancal Economic Education Foundation's Student Scholarships for 2014-2015. We'll be talking about the institutions that we interned at, the roles we played there, and also some of the highlights. Please enjoy the video.
My name is Anjali Chopra. I interned at the Menzies Research Centre in Canberra for 5 weeks.
Hi, I'm Scaife, and I'm a UWA student and was a Mancal Scholar for 2014-2015. I interned at the Menzies Research Centre and the Centre for Independent Studies in Canberra and Sydney for 3 months.
Hi, my name is Petrut. I just completed my Masters of International Affairs at Murdoch University and have interned at the Institute for Public Affairs for 3 months in Melbourne.
Being introduced to the inner workings of think tanks was a major experience of my internship. I was able to sit in on meetings with high-level politicians and policy advisors that determine and shape public policy. In particular, I experienced how liberal philosophy, such as limited government under the rule of law and promotion of civil liberties, are translated into public policy. The Menzies Research Centre launched a monograph detailing how the Conservative government in New Zealand has reformed their economy by shrinking the size of government. This event was attended by the Finance Minister, Matthias Cormann. He spoke about the need for reform in Australia and how the New Zealand model could be applied to Australia. If Australia did not reform, it risks falling behind other countries. And although reform takes time and is difficult politically, it is worth it in the long run.
At the IPA, I got to do some really interesting tasks. I got to conduct research on the GST for Dr. Michaela Novak's paper. I got to conduct some research on foreign aid for IPA Director John Roscombe, and I also got to proofread Chris Berg's new book. Other than that, I got to partake in some of the administrative duties and event organisation that really are important to the day-to-day operations of a free market think tank. I learned a lot from the experience. It was very inspiring and it was just all round a great time.
A highlight of my trip was the invitation to a roundtable discussion in Sydney. Alex and I created a business model which we then presented at the discussion. It was good to know that the work that we did was of standard and to be able to contribute to the ideas and possible future of the Menzies Research Centre.
Kelly O'Dwyer, a Federal Liberal Party MP, also spoke at an event at the CIS about fairness and how much of the recent discussion of policy and the budget has centred on fairness. She emphasised how fairness is a much more complex issue than much of the political rhetoric suggests, and that the fairness agenda needs to be reclaimed with intergenerational fairness at the forefront.
What I really admire about the IPA is their philosophical consistency. Not only do they hammer the economically redundant policies of the Labour government and the Greens, they also hold the Liberal Party to account for their compromises. Only in the first year of government, we've seen these compromises take the shape of corporate welfare for renewable energy, the attempted broadening of the GST, a failure to restore free speech, and now the recent metadata debacle. The IPA has been at the forefront of bringing these issues to the public attention, upholding and advancing real liberal values in Australian political society.
Helping with tasks and research projects gave me an insight into the inner workings of a think tank. The work that they do is very important. Only when I fully immersed in the work, the culture, the atmosphere and the company did I fully appreciate it. I also got to work on Menzies' actual desk, which was very inspiring.
This internship provided me with a real sense of how important think tanks are and the ideas that they propagate. They exist to both generate and spread ideas amongst politicians and the general public, and most importantly, influence and change public policy.
The highlight of my internship at the IPA was being able to write and publish a submission to the Senate inquiry on wind farms. My report found that wind power was not only unsuitable for powering modern economies, it also drove up the cost for households, businesses, and required massive administrative and liberal bodies such as the Clean Energy Regulator.
This whole experience has been amazing, and I'd like to thank everyone at Mancal, the Menzies Research Centre, and the Centre for Independent Studies for giving me this opportunity.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Mancal Economic Education Foundation, especially Rebecca Vidler, Paul McCarthy, Ron Manners and Genevieve Petrut. I'd also like to thank Nick Cater and Kay Gilchrist of the Menzies Research Centre for taking me on board. I've learnt so much personally and professionally.
I would like to thank the Mankell Economic Education Foundation for this opportunity, especially Ron Manners, Rebecca Vidler, Genevieve Mitchell and Paul McCarthy. The experience has been fantastic. If there are any students watching this video, please go to www.mankell.org and check out what they have to offer you. I would also like to thank James Patterson at the IPA for overlooking my internship. It was an honour to work for such a great think tank and represent Mankell during my time there.
If you drive the car, can't touch the